What's up, everyone? So today's gonna be a little bit of a different video, but I need to do this and I need to figure out how much inventory I have so I know what I need to order for next spring to keep the ball going, to stay a little bit ahead, because you never know. It could blow up next year and I could have so many hives I don't know what to do with and I have to buy more inventory yet. But I gotta see what I have, what I need for this winter, and what I need for next spring. So I gotta start taking this all apart. Oh man, I caught that on my pants and I broke it off. Ah, dang it. Oh, and Flow Hive sent me that new frame. Look at that thing, isn't it beautiful? Won't be so clean next year. It's so cool how they designed it. It really is. A lot of thought went into it. So I have 7 deeps, and then I got 3 boxes over here that I need to assemble. And these are each a deep and a honey super, so I'm set for that. Because eventually, I want to go to like what Frederick Dunn does. I really think that same method will work for me if I do a deep with a honey super. So I'm going to try a couple next year because it's too late this year to try it. And then we'll see how it goes to that next spring. So I might just leave these 3 just for that experiment and see how that goes. But these 7 I can make into hives and get these into winter. So I can make 7 different nukes and put them in here and let these grow. But I have to make sure I have the frames. Do I have enough frames? I don't think I do. Well, I was wrong. And no, it's not the first time I was wrong either. So I moved these boxes just a little bit, and there's frames in them. Now I remember doing it now, and I know that these aren't drawn out, but half of this box is, and half of this box is. So I have a full box of drawn out comb. So that'll be, and I have some started. So I have some started ones there I gotta put in there, and then I have some empty foundations. This was from the Better Bee comb. So I think what I'll do with these actually is put a starter strip up here, and I'll leave this so they draw it out, and I can probably make some pretty cool splits that way, because I can let them make queens on here and then cut out the queen cell, or let them put honey in here and I can sell the honey, which is what I'm trying. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 lids. So now next year I can do 6 hives. So that means I have 1 deep that doesn't have a lid. But there's one of these deeps, and I believe it's the bottom one, that was broken. And it's when Man Lake sent a bunch and these were broke. So I probably will leave that one for, maybe I'll turn it into like a little nuke, mating nuke. Maybe I'll do that and then insulate the sides and stuff. So that's good. I only have 3 honey supers. So that'll be enough for me to put on the ones for this winter. But I'm going to have to order at least 6 more honey supers for next year to get that going, because like I've said in the other videos, I want to get up to 100 hives or plus. I really like and I enjoy doing this, so I wouldn't mind building this into a business. And I could step back from the laser engraving and have that so it's Christmas time is really busy for us, and then I could have this where I'm busy during the summer. And because I like being outside, so right, I mean, who doesn't? So that's what I want to try to do, is get this up and going, and my boys really enjoy it and they like doing it with me. So Might as well show them and teach them as much as I know. And I'm learning. I'm gonna be learning for the rest of my life on these, because when you talk to other people, it's like it's crazy amount of knowledge that's out there, but it's yet we still don't know. Like they're so interesting. These bees are amazing. Oh, did I mention this guy, Brian? Awesome fella. These things are really nice, Brian. Really nice. Yep. You have to tell me when you get your 3D printer. That done. Oh, I've also got 3 nukes. So that's a plus. You know what really is cool about playing with these honeybees? The smell. Like, I'm out in the garage, and as you're moving this around, you're breaking the propolis and everything. Oh, it's just that. Them bees are just something cool, man. It's cool. So I think what I'm going to do next year is I'm going to leave the one hive here and have it as a honey hive, production hive. And then I'm going to do a lot of my nukes over here, I think. Just because it's a lot easier to do the nukes and manage when you're right here. And then I'm going to do my other honey production over there. But also, I've gotten some permission to go to some land next year. So I think what I'm going to do is going to put down the pallets that I have sitting here. Put those down at the other land plots that I have. Put a stack of bees there and make splits to fill that pallet up. And they won't produce honey that year, probably most likely, but I'll let them build into something. And then the following year, I would have them already established. And then I can make a split on whatever is left, whatever made through winter, and then let it go for honey, or let them get honey. And then I can give that to the homeowner and so forth. So that's really nice. All this is kind of just playing in together. The one thing I noticed with beekeeping is patience. It's the most patient game. You have to have so much patience because of the fact that you don't know what's going to happen from year to year. You don't know if they're gonna die over the winter. You don't know if you have to buy nukes. It's so much patience, and you have to try. Like, there's someone that can beekeep in 100 miles south of me or 100 miles north of me, and they could do something totally different, and if I did it their way, my bees would die, or vice versa. So it's very weird how, like, everyone is so different. But once you find your groove, everyone keeps telling me that you go with it, and you feel safe with it, and you feel confident, and that's the best thing to do. So I'm gonna try it that way. And what I'm gonna do for this winter is I'm gonna try some with, I don't know, it's called the quilt box. I thought about trying a couple like that, but the same method as the quilt box would be, and a high mountain camp. It's where you put sugar on top the bees on the frames, and then you put paper down and then you put sugar on top, dry sugar, and the moisture is supposed to collect on that, and then they won't have moisture in the hive. But from the research I've studied too, is they need moisture in the winter. So you don't want to take all of it away either. But these methods are working for other people. So I'm just trying to make it where it's easy for me, because if I'm going to travel around to all these different sites, I don't want to have to be lugging a bunch of insulation and a bunch of other stuff in my truck and whatever else to make it work, where it's going to take me days just to get, 40 to 50 hives done and winterized. And I can't do that. If I want to build this into a business, I got to have it where it's almost streamlined. And I know a lot of people go down south with their bees, but it's not something I want to do. I want to try to master it for around here and keep them around here. And I know I can do it. It's been done. They used to do it, so why can't I do it? So that's what I'm going to try to do. And also, I have 6 nuke boxes. So let's see, for random chance, let's say a miracle happens and no bees die over the winter. Each colony survives. And if that happened, oh boy, 6, 9, that won't be enough for what I'm going to build next year. Because if 6 survived and they're strong, I'm going to take them and split them all. So I'd have 12 hives, and then I would take a couple of hives, probably about 4 of them, get them going, the stronger ones, get them going really good, split them down to make more splits so I can just grow massively next year. I hope so. That'd be sweet. So sorry I went on kind of like a little rant there for a while, but I really was sitting inside and we were done eating T-bone steak dinner. Yeah, it was amazing. And potatoes. And a watermelon. Thank you, Rich and Holly. Yeah. It was great. But anyways, I'm looking good for next year. I am excited. I cannot wait. I'm just going to... Hopefully this winter goes good for me. I'm going to try different methods. And hopefully I'll survive. And, you know, last year I think my biggest flaw was the mite treatments. And then there was that one hive that never really fully built out. And not knowing what I'm doing. And I feel like I know a lot more than I did last year. Now that I do this year, I feel like I'm just way better off. The bees are better off. They're full. You go to lift them. The hives are heavy. Because I've been trying to lift them every day. The last two days, not last 2 days. It would have been Saturday. Friday and Saturday. Now, I was going to say Saturday and Sunday. Last Friday and Saturday were completely really hot. Weird weather. Like 80 degrees. It was crazy. So I didn't do anything with the bees then because they were swarming our yard all over, and they have been, and it's been weird because, and I think it's just because it's fall. So what I did is I put a big tote out, filled it full of sugar syrup, and just did open feeding for a while just to keep them busy and keep them away from the kids because they kept bumping us. So I didn't want anyone to get stung. So I did that, and it worked. So now it cooled down. It's been the 70s and mid 60s during the day and 50s at night. And it's been a lot nicer. The bees aren't bugging us. And I think they're just out foraging when they can or whatever. They're not bugging us. It's the main thing. I hope you guys liked this video. Kind of random. But I wanted to go through my stock to figure out what I needed. And this winter, I believe you'll see me do another bee video. Probably 1 or 2 yet before the end of the year. We'll see. But this winter, I want to do one because I want to go through and build those boxes and get them ready and oiled and everything. And I'm probably gonna I have another ice cream bucket of wax because every time I get a frame that has Burcomb on it, I scrape it off and I put it in an ice cream bucket and then I save that wax. And I do that because I can take a roller, dip it in the hot wax, and then roll it on here. And the bees tend to draw this out really fast when you do it like that. So that's what I'm going to do this winter to get everything ready so this spring can hit all feet down and running. I hope. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to see some more. Glad you guys see me again. Bye.